fantasy, vampires, a game show, a newscast, a wild party, and a story about Mama and her cat. So sit back, be quiet, relax, and remember to applaud when it's over. Because in this room, we have all the actors who spent a long time working hard to perfect their plays. Now on to the first show.
Arise, wife, we must walk tonight. Arise, I command you, our search must begin. Okay, brace, yell at Sam.
Oh, Thurston, I don't know why you insist on waking me every night at this terrible hour. You must walk tonight. Really, Thurston? I don't know how I put up with you all these centuries.
We're not supposed to sleep at night. We are vampires.
Nonsense. That's all because of your Uncle Bella and his insomnia.
Knock it off, Rayson. Don't criticize Uncle Bella. After all, he just sent us a package from Transylvania. We haven't even opened it.
Well, I don't want any surprise gifts. Uncle Bella can stay in Transylvania for all I care. I'll stay here. I love this marvelous old house. It has such a morbid atmosphere. After all, an unsolved murder was committed in this very room.
I wonder who did kill Joseph Martin.
Well, it's none of your concern. He was a mean, vindictive old man. And besides, no one else will live here as long as the mystery stays unsolved.
I'll get the evening paper from next door.
Good. I love to read the obituaries. The Greeks must miss their paper, though.
Mrs. Grigsby is always around. I'm sure she suspects something, although she can't prove it.
I don't know why the Grigsby should mind. After all, not everyone can have vampires for neighbors. There. Mother always taught me to keep a clean casket.
The Grigsby saw me take the newspaper.
But we're invisible.
The newspaper, we're scared to see a newspaper float in the air.
That must be the Grigsby's.
I told you, Warren. Here's our newspaper.
So what? Maybe strong wind blew it here.
I suppose a strong wind blew open the door. You know, there's been strange things going on here ever since Joseph Martin died 6 months ago. I bet it's haunted.
Don't be silly, Martha. Next thing you're going to tell me you've seen a vampire.
Be serious. I'll certainly be glad when they get rid of this old house.
It's just a proposal.
Well, I'm all for getting rid of this house. There's something uncanny about it.
Uncanny. I'll teach that old bat to talk about me.
Remember your blood pressure, Horatia.
I haven't had a blood pressure for centuries. I'm going to get rid of the Grigsby's.
All right, I'll help you.
Oh, Warren, you haven't done that in years.
What are you talking about?
You tweaked my ear.
Have you been at the rum candy again?
I know my ear has been tweaked, Warren Grigsby.
You're acting very romantic, Martha.
Don't be silly. Didn't you tweak my ear? This place is haunted. Let's get out of here.
Good riddance.
Never mind about them. What's all this about tearing a house down?
It must be in the evening paper. Martin Estate considered for city park.
It's true?
Listen, the town planning committee has decided to purchase the house owned by the late Joseph Martin. The house will be raised and a new recreation center will be built on the site. The Martin house was a sitting of one of the nation's most baffling crimes. Joseph Martin, elderly financier and art collector, was brutally murdered in his sitting room 6 months ago. His nephew, Thomas Martin, was held for grand jury investigation but was released because of insufficient evidence. The case has never been solved. Tom and Cousin Jeff have decided to sell the house to the town. We'd better start house hunting.
I love this house. It has such a morbid atmosphere. The rooms are perfect, so dismal and gloomy, and such a lovely view of the family graveyard.
Well, we can't stay here. You know what people do to vampires.
Don't remind me. They have a stake through my heart.
They can find it.
What did you say?
Nothing, dear, nothing.
We have to do something.
I don't like that look in your eye.
I'm thinking.
Last time you had a bright idea, I had to turn into a bat and fly away, and you know I get airsick.
Of course, the perfect solution. Tom and Jeff Martin want to get rid of this place because of its unhappy memories. Now, if we can solve the murder, they might decide to keep the house.
And we can keep our home. But how?
We're going to find the killer. Someone killed Joseph Martin, that much is certain. If we can find the murderer, everything will be fine again.
How are we going to do that?
Maybe this box from Uncle Bella can give us a clue. How to beat the death of a party. Always leave them gasping. How to handle a grave situation. Isn't that like Uncle Bella? The one time we need him, he sends us a useless book.
Keep looking. Maybe this book can give us a clue.
Here's something. How to solve old murders.
Good old Uncle Bella. I knew he'd come through.
Assemble all suspects at the scene of the crime, preferably on a dark, stormy night. When all suspects are assembled, recreate the murder. The murderer will display signs of nervousness and his capture will follow. Oh, Thurston, do you think it'll work?
It's worth a try.
We should assemble the suspects now.
What made all of us come here, Tom?
I don't know. Well, I thought that I heard something in here. I was in the caretaker's cabin sleeping.
I don't know what it was, but it was no coincidence. I was driving home from work, and this misty me, and something strange drew me here.
Yes, something strange is all back to this house, but Uncle Joseph was killed.
Please don't think about it.
How can I not think about it? I was the last to see Uncle Joseph alive. You're the one that killed him, and you know it.
Tom is cleared of all charges. He's innocent.
Isn't this exciting? I feel just like a character in Kojak.
Quiet. If only I knew what happened. People still suspect me.
But you had no reason to kill him. You only returned that very day. There had to be a motive.
The motive is obvious enough. Our dear Uncle Joseph was a mean, spiteful accuser who was going to cut us all out of his will. He called us each separately into a study that night to let us all have it. He said we were all after his money, but that we'd never get it because he was revising his will in the morning. God, he really let me have it. That's right. When I came in, you were gone. Uncle Joseph sat in that chair in the dark. I really didn't have a good look at him when he spoke. He condemned my acting career. I could see the movement of his hand as he stroked his mustache. He sat there like my judge and jury.
He was going to cut me out of his will. Imagine, for 25 years of loyal service. He always said I was a bad influence on Tom. He had threatened to cut Tom out of his will time after time. Got me so mad when he talked like that, but not enough to kill him.
This is the perfect time to reenact the crime. I learned a supernatural formula for recreating the past from the Bride of Frankenstein.
She was an empty-headed female.
Watch this. I put them in a trance. Backward, O days, turn backward in time. Let us relive the night of the crime. Their spirits traveling back in time.
If you miscalculated, they'll probably end up in Napoleon's court.
Wait, something's going to happen. I hear someone in the other room. Look, that must be the recreated spirit of Joseph Martin.
You wanted to see me, Uncle Joseph? Well, you took your sweet time getting here. Mrs. Marshall told me you were talking to Jeff. I didn't want to interfere. Such a considerate nephew. You know you'd do anything to continue your dying acting career and live off my charity. You asked me to live in this house. I'll leave tomorrow with Sue. I have a job in the city. Sure, you'll be back when you fail. I'm leaving.
Jeff spoke first to Joseph. Why didn't we see him?
Maybe the Bride of Frankenstein's potion isn't foolproof.
Something must have gone wrong with the magic chant. Listen, I hear footsteps. Someone is in the room with us.
Mr. Martin? Oh! He's dead!
I feel strange.
I do too. Maybe the sauteed spider legs we had for dinner.
No, we must have returned to the present. No one is in the chair. Yes, we're back to normal. The fire was ever normal.
I still don't know who killed Joseph Martin. Well, if we're gonna be good detectives, we must examine the facts. We know for certain that Joseph Martin was alive after Jeff's interview.
You don't know that. We never saw Jeff's interview.
It doesn't matter. Joseph Martin was alive when Tom came into the room. Tom spoke to him. After that, Sue found the body. Well, that means that...
Tom Martin killed his uncle? I simply can't believe a nice boy would do such a thing.
Nice boy, my fangs.
But there was a time lapse. How to Inspire a Vampire, Chapter 13. If a vampire wishes to solve an old murder, he must break a speckled egg late at midnight on Friday the 13th and scatter the contents around the scene of the crime. This will force all suspects to tell the truth.
That's great, but where in the name of Wolfman's beard are we going to find a speckled egg late on midnight of Friday the 13th?
Well, I have to admit, Uncle Bello leaves no gravestone unturned.
Along with it, Horatio, break the egg. Do exactly what Uncle Bella says. Why'd you do that?
You said to follow Uncle Bella's instructions exactly. It says right here. It says right here, chapter 13. The most effective way of breaking the egg is to crack it over the head of another vampire.
Now you tell me.
Now we have the magic ingredient. Let's see what develops.
I have to speak with you.
What is it?
It's about Mr. Martin. It's still okay if you turn yourself in. There's still time.
What?
This is what I'm talking about. This has your monogram on it. This is Mr. Martin's blood, isn't it?
If you believe it's me who killed my uncle, why didn't you show it to the police?
I suppose I can't believe you did it. This is your mustache and kerchief, isn't it?
Yes, but
I found it in your box of stage makeup in the closet.
I don't understand it. I kept some makeup upstairs. Wigs, beards, grease paint, but I'm sure it kept a false mustache. Why would I leave such evidence behind if I had killed him anyway?
You really aren't the killer then?
No, I'm not.
Tom!
Excuse me.
He proves at last. The mustache is it, of course, to make a perfect disguise.
What?
Never mind.
Oh my god! She's dead?
I'm afraid so.
Someone just killed Mrs. Marshall.
I overheard them talking. What was the motive?
The mustache, of course. I knew it was a vital clue.
There are a lot of things to explain in here. I think you better start talking, Tom. Are you accusing me?
Don't talk like that, Jeff. If we start arguing, we'll never learn the truth.
Well, maybe the murderer doesn't want us to find out. Why did Mrs. Marshall come here tonight? Is it possible she knew something about the murder? A vital piece of evidence? Do you mean that false mustache? Perhaps she found the mustache in this room. If so, it would certainly establish the fact that you were here with Uncle Joseph. I've already admitted that. Well, I would use false mustache to disguise myself. Perhaps somebody else knew the mustache.
Where did you get that gun?
I don't own a gun. A likely story. This gun has been fired recently. I bet this is the gun that killed Mrs. Marshall. I never saw the gun. Someone slipped in my pocket when the lights went out. I think you fit the kill gun. You're crazy. No, I just realized the significance of the false mustache. I wasn't the last person to see Uncle Joseph alive. Uncle Joseph was already dead when I came into the room. I spoke to someone wearing disguise. I thought it was Joseph Martin, but I made a mistake. He had already been murdered. What are you trying to say? Jeff, you were the first person Uncle Joseph questioned. In your anger, you picked up the scissors from the mantelpiece and stabbed him. I don't know what you're talking about. You hid Uncle Joseph's body in the closet, removed his robe, put on a gray wig, and went for the mustache in the closet. You were hidden by the shadows when I came to see you. You made certain I would lose my temper and storm out of the room. Then you put Uncle Joseph's body back in the chair and hid the mustache in the closet where you hoped the police would find it. It's the only possible solution. Mrs. Marshall found the mustache and stuff the police. She brought it here tonight. You overheard her talking to me. It was simple to shoot her and slip the gun in my pocket when the lights went out. But there's one thing you forgot. There's a simple chemical test the police have to tell if you fired a gun or not. When I call the police, we'll both take the test. I have nothing to lose. The police won't buy that ridiculous story. A murderer posing as a murdered man, a fake mustache, chemical test, a blood-stained handkerchief. How did you know about the handkerchief? I never mentioned it. I'm the only one who knew about it, except for the person hid in the closet. That person is this murderer.
Bravo!
I must have heard you mention the handkerchief.
That's right. Tom never mentioned it. You are the murderer.
There will be no police investigation. It will be a simple matter to murder you, Sue. I'll tell the police that you killed her, Tom, because she knew you committed the crime. Then I'll tell them I had to kill you in self-defense. The Martin case will close.
You must stop a dreadful man, Thurston. He's a murderer, all right. All appeared to him.
Why did you kill your uncle?
I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't know what I was doing.
Will you confess to the police?
Yes, anything.
What's with Jeff? Who's he talking to?
I don't know, but it saved our lives.
This house is haunted.
If it is, the ghost can live here forever.
But a nice young man. You should marry him instead of you.
What's going on here? Officer Grogan, do your duty. I told you, Warren. I knew I heard people in this house.
I still think we're interfering.
Well, I'm sure glad we called the police, especially after I heard that gunshot.
Officer, here's your man. He murdered Joseph Martin, the housekeeper. He confessed. Come on, we're going down to headquarters.
I'm sorry, Tom. For a minute I thought you killed Mrs. Marshall.
That's okay. Let's forget everything before now. I don't want to leave this house now that the name is clear. We'll live here forever.
Yeah. It's been quite a night, Horatia.
We don't have to move. The Martin house is saved. Of course, Thomas, you might resent having vampires in their sitting room.
This house is a lovely old cellar full of cobwebs, spiders, and mice.
A home of our own. Well, you can take me out to dinner tonight at the local blood bank. And since we dine for type A medium rare.
We'll fly together. Well, this time, let's walk.
Welcome to HCTV News. I am Jack with the top story. We have Jed on sports and Captain Bob with the weather. We also have Felipe Cal reporting live later on in the newscast. Today's top story is very tragic. We have been updated on the escape of a killer Chihuahua. He was last seen outside the zoo. 3 people have been attacked. 2 of them have been fatal. 1 is seriously injured. This is George Papadopoulos, an eyewitness to this key event. Will you please tell us what you saw?
Well, me and my 2 buddies, we were walking down the street, and then this little fuzzball, I didn't know what he was, but he jumped on my friend's leg, and he knocked him out, and he gobbled him up, and then he jumped on my other friend, and he bit a big hole right in his chest here, and now he's in the hospital, and I don't know if he's going to make it. But thank God he didn't get me. Whoa!
Thank you, George, for your opinion on this. So stay inside, bolt your windows, and lock your doors, because it might get you. If you have any information leading to the capture of this maniac furball, please call us here at 777-5543. Now to Captain Bob for the weather.
Thank you, Jack. Hi, I'm Captain Bob. Captain James Bob. Today's weather is typical of the world's finest city. In La Jolla today, a snowstorm has whipped through La Jolla with snow from 5 to 10 feet. A hurricane has just hit El Cajon with winds up to 55 miles per hour. The weekend forecast looks for early morning and late evening low clouds on Saturday, but on Sunday morning. In Alpine today, it's 41 degrees, 67 degrees in El Cajon, in La Mesa, 72 degrees, Chula Vista, 61 degrees, Tierra Santa, 91 degrees, La Jolla, 10 degrees, Escondido, 84 degrees, Rancho Santa Fe, 89 degrees, and in Oceanside, 79 degrees. Now, some weekend temperatures. Now to Jack.
That dog's still around here somewhere. Somebody get him. Oh, thank you, Bob, for that interesting forecast. Now, Jed with the sports.
Thank you, Jack. We've just learned that future Hall of Famer Steve Garvey has been ruined for life by a small white pill. You guessed it, it's aspirin. Now we have Steve live from the drug rehabilitation. Steve, why did you do it?
Well, my mom forgot to iron my uniform, Jed. I felt depressed and unloved. It drove me to aspirin.
How long do you think you'll be there, Steve?
Well, Jed, from about 1 week to 6 years.
Now give it the ballpark and get in shape. In basketball today, the Clippers beat the Lakers 248-9. In football, the Chargers traded Dan Fouts for just out of retirement, Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach, Alex, come on, pull your head out. Now back to you, Jack.
Thank you, Jed. A nuclear war has just broke out. Now live in Australia, Felipe Cal reporting.
It's a beautiful day in Australia today as nuclear bombs fly overhead. The 2 world powers, Mexico and Australia, are engaged in a nuclear war. Excuse me, sir. What's your opinion of the war?
I think it sucks.
Can you tell me why you think the war started?
I think it started because the Mexicans don't appreciate the fiberglass driftwood in their bay. We can't help it if sometimes our boards catch an ollie wave and crack and float to the Gulf. All we want to do is ride the awesome surf.
Thank you, sir. Now back to you, Jack. From HCTV News, this is the lone survivor, Joses Malones, signing off. Bye-bye.
Mommy, I'm home. Where are you?
I'm in here, dear. How was your stay?
It was fine, Mommy, but where's Uncle Elizabeth? He always comes to greet me.
Oh, dear, wait. Wait a minute, Dagmar. There's something I have to tell you now. It's Uncle Elizabeth.
Uncle Elizabeth is sick. He was in a terrible fight. What on earth could be wrong with Uncle Elizabeth?
No, it's pretty bad. One eye was taken out. We helped soothe his wounds with boric acid, but I still wouldn't go see him yet.
But I have to see Uncle Elizabeth.
Dagmar.
Dagmar, you really should. You know, we should have put him out of his misery sooner. It really isn't fair.
Cat, she had to have a last goodbye.
He's bleeding, Mommy. I went to pick him up and his bandage fell off. It was awful.
Oh, Dagmar, honey, let him go quietly.
You mean go to sleep forever and never wake up again? No, Mommy, no.
Oh, sis, he'll probably die anyway in pain. Mommy tried everything.
Mommy can do anything.
Dagmar, I've tried. Really, I have. I'm sorry. Now go.
Good morning, Mommy.
Oh, hi, honey.
Oh, I'm surprised he made it through the night. It just wasn't fair.
Now go to the basement and get the chloroform. Hurry, before...
I found the chloroform, Mommy.
Guess we have to do it now. Dad, won't you die? I think not. We'll soak rags with sponges. We'll cover the box. No pain. Now, you have some coffee.
Good morning, everyone. Is Uncle Elizabeth all better?
It's too late, Dagmar. There's something I have to tell you now.
I have to see Uncle Elizabeth first.
No.
Yes. My, what a funny smell.
Dagmar, you must not... Oh, my God, let me see that.
Mommy?
But, Dagmar, I didn't. It's a miracle.
We must not have used the chloroform. We just gave him a good sleep, and that's all he needed. We cured him. We made him live.
I know, Katrine, but I can't let her go on believing that I can fix everything. It just wouldn't be fair.
I know, but the best thing in the world would be for her to believe. Besides, we know how she must feel.
And now it's time for nobody's favorite game show, the No Name Game, with your host, Richard Dostin.
Hello, everybody. Today we have two new families, or people from families. Mrs. Sissy Gunner. Okay. And Miss Robin Shatt. And our official right there. And, oh yeah, and she's here all the way from Los Angeles.
San Diego.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Oh, and now I remember her name. Let's welcome Doris.
Robin.
Are you sure? Okay, okay. Then let's start the game. Our first question, sir. Sir, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm here to fix the bedroom.
But we're trying to run a game show.
Oh, I'll be quiet as a mouse.
Okay, okay then. Okay, then let's start the game. Okay. The first question is, who is alias Poncho Floodwhack?
Oh, I know this.
Sissy.
Troy Olsen.
Okay, that was very...
Excuse me, do you have some scissors or something I can use? My wife got all my tools in the alimony suit.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. Who loves to mudsling?
Oh my god.
Sissy!
Tanya Goldberg.
Okay, Sissy has jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but don't worry, Robin. Anybody can come back.
I'm not worried.
Okay. Okay, next. Here comes the next question. Who is the hunk of the world?
Oh my god.
Sissy!
Rudy Merrick.
Ah, Okay, don't worry, Robin. I'm sure you'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, next question. What dude idolizes Michael Jackson? Robin.
Michael Jackson. Jason Maloney.
That's right.
I got it!
Sir?
I'm sorry. I'll go with some little.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Can we ring the buzzer now?
I guess so. Yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay. Who loves to molest flowers, trees, and particularly anything that breathes? Robin.
Tim Raymond.
And what's the fourth sport?
Tim Raymond.
You are correct. And Robin, put another point down for Robin. Robin is coming back. Okay, next question. Who likes to destroy islands in the South Pacific, threaten Russia, and nuclear war? Robin again. Will you stop it? Okay,
sorry.
Robin.
It's her turn. John Gonzalez.
Correct. And Robin has tied it 3-3. Shut up. Okay. Okay. The next question. It is tied 3-3.
Okay.
Next question. Who is always in a bad mood? Sissy!
Carol Bain!
You are correct! Okay, the next question. Sir, can you be a little hard, please? Okay, Sissy has jumped out to a 4-3 lead. Okay, the next question is, whose nickname is Quack? Robin Schatz.
Wendy Waddell.
Correct, and it is tied 4-4. Okay, now this is the tiebreaker. Whoever gets this one wins. Okay. Who has gone with the most girls in his lifetime?
Jesus Christ.
Robin.
Chris Levin.
Correct, and you win.
No
Robin, you have just won round fare tickets on Greyhound bus line to the San Diego Zoo. Yes, Robin, you will finally get to meet your relatives. And now back to my
destructive party is now in its 4th generation. Earlier, the party had managed to find a way to fly, which allowed it to ravage its planet below. A few farmers below managed to eke out a feeble existence on the ravaged planet. 4 people from this party have set out on a mission to save the universe, and they got split up for an enormously long time. And now 4 of them, or at least 3 of them, have agreed to continue the mission to save the universe.
Didn't I see you at Milliways? Oh, yes. I like it here much more. It's so much less repeatable, so much more pride.
What did you say, Arthur?
How did you get here?
I was Road Dog's traveling revolution in the universe.
Thank you.
Have you met Thor?
Oh, it must be very exciting.
Hi, it is. Yes. Have you got a drink yet?
No, actually.
Well, then why don't you go and get one?
See you later. Zappa isn't here, is he?
See you later.
How dull is it? Dull? Yes, staggeringly dull, bewilderingly so. You see, there's so much of it and so little in it. Would you like me to quote you some statistics? Please, I would like to. They too are sensationally dull. I'll come back and hear them in a moment. I thought I'd never get rid of him. Arthur, we must find the silver veil. It is here somewhere.
Julian's here, incidentally. She didn't tell me how, but it probably doesn't matter.
Think of the danger of the universe.
The universe is big enough and old enough to take care of itself for a half an hour. But I'll look around and see if anybody's seen it.
Good, good, good.
Have you seen a veil anywhere?
No. But do you have a drink? Tell me all about it.
My planet was blown up. That's why I'm in this distressing area. Instead of the normal space that you would expect me to be in. My planet was built for a bunch of mice. I must have felt about that.
Ah, did you have a wonderful time? What a wonderful, exciting life you had. Toga.
Yes.
Oh, well, isn't that George and Martha over there?
Let's go.
Chris, shake hands with Jens. No, he can't. Chris, be careful. We make him top of the head.
Did I hear you say your name just now? Yes, it's Arthur Dent.
Well, all you know is Mary Mountain wanted to sing.
I do. I met him.
Oh, well, I just wanted you to know that.
I do. I met him.
Good night. Good luck.
What?
Do what you do. Do it well.
What do you mean win a war?
Do it badly. Who cares? Get off my back. Just zark off. It's been real.
No, just do that. Just take off your shoes.
What did he mean by win awards?
Oh, that'd be funny.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, he's civilized now.
Was he drunk? I wasn't drunkard. He was.
Karen, he was drunk. He's drunk, you know.
I just wanted my date.
Drink a little bit too much. He might be
My date is
You know? He's never had
the most gratuitous use of which word?
Belgium. I hardly like to say it.
Belgium? You mean the land with all the eel and fog? Flat country.
No, are we in
Belgium. Have you ever been to there, in fact?
Still, there might bring it out.
You speak as if I've said something unspeakably rude. That's what I get for using the word innocent country, Belgium. What? Sauce over what?
Everybody, we would love to stay, only we're not going to, you see. We have to save the universe. And that sounds like a pretty lame excuse to you. You may be right. Either way, we're leaving. You don't mind if we take this, do you? You won't be needing it.
Trillion?
Earthman, we must go.
Trillion!
The girl's coming with me. There's a great party going on in Valhalla. We'll be flying off.
Where were you when all this was going on?
We were upstairs. I was weighing her. Flying's a tricky business, you know. You have to calculate wind.
She comes with us.
The girl comes with me.
Come on, Earthman.
Want to make something of it?
I beg your minuscule pardon.
I said want to make something of it.
Do I want to make something of it?
Yes. Want to step outside?
Okay.
That's got rid of him.
You get Dean's exclusive big deal package.
Leave the party behind. Going to save the universe, leaving the longest and most destructive party behind.
See you later, dude, bud.